volleyball fans, and welcome to the Highland Community Center and tonight's East Region volleyball matchup between the visitors, the Rough Riders of Grand Forks Red River, and your Valley City Highlanders. And tonight, we are going to honor our seniors for the Highlanders before they begin for months. Here's the message that the Highlander seniors want to say to their parents. Thank you, Highlander volleyball parents, for supporting us. From watching our smelly pads, driving hours to our events, and being our biggest cheerleaders, we couldn't thank you enough. We wouldn't be able to love and play this game without you guys. Thank you, parents. And now, our seniors for the class of 2022 for Valley City Volleyball. Number 3, Rachel Byerly, daughter of David and Heidi Byerly. Dylan Deagle, number 13. She is the daughter of Paul and Connie Deagle. And number 4, Peyton Peterson, daughter of Dean and Amy Peterson.
Dear seniors, thank you for everything you have contributed to this program. We appreciate all your hard work and leadership. You have impacted each of us on and off the court. We have always looked up to each of you and will continue to as we finish our high school careers. Best of luck in your future. You are all great people that lived great days. We will miss playing with all of you next year.
And from the fans, Rachel, Dylan, and me, thank you for years of fun volleyball. Let's do it one more time. Also tonight, we want to introduce the varsity parents here tonight. Annie Colvin, daughter of Chris and Tina Colvin. And parents, if you'd like to stand when your name is called. Chris, get up. Faith Peterson, daughter of Brandon and Kristen Peterson. Samantha Hatcher, daughter of Phil and Laura Hatcher. Jada Nelson, daughter of Brian and Jessica Nelson. Abby Thornton, daughter of James and Janet Thornton. Joey Moore, daughter of John and Chrissy Moore. Josie Klein, daughter of Dean and Brenda Klein. Tessa Olson, daughter of Jeff and Jill Olson. Brooke Egerman, daughter of Kevin and Ken Egerman. And Annie Sater, daughter of David Sater and Missy Porter. of the evening tonight.
Volleyball squad as it's senior night here at the Hack. Both teams now just getting on the floor for warm-ups as the JV squads went a bit late, so we're going on a little bit late. And then we had a little pre-match ceremony for the three seniors here for the Valley City Highliners. And again, just now they're getting onto the court to start their 25-minute warm-up session. And then we're going to have some varsity volleyball action right here. It's a big, big game for the Highliners. They need this victory. Only 2 matches remaining tonight and then next Tuesday. And then that tournament right around the corner. So we're going to toss it back to automation, and in just a few more minutes, we're going to have the pregame show right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
It's time for Valley City Highliner Volleyball on AM 1490, 96.3 FM, KOVC, the voice of the Valley, and streamed live online at newsdakota.com. Today's game is brought to you by CHI Mercy Health, RE/MAX Now, Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, LaRue Lockout Financial, Lever's Foods, Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, Bank Forward, Brothers 3, Smith Lumber Company, Insure Forward, Valley City State University, S&S Auto Electric, Valley Meat Supply, Rockburg Electric, Bridges Car Wash, Professional Eye Care Centers, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, and Highline Electric. Now, here's Anthony Verasso.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Highliner Activity Center here in Valley City, North Dakota, where we got some volleyball matchup coming up for you this evening. It's going to be Grand Forks Red River on the road taking on your Valley City Highliners. I'm Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's Chup. Both teams on the court now for warm-ups. We got a little bit of a delay here. The JV squads, they've played all three matchups, which they would regardless whether they split the first two or if they do not. They did split, so we did get the third matchup anyway. In the Red River won that third matchup. But, hey, you know what? Hopefully it's a different attitude for the varsity squad. Again, both teams out there on the courts getting their warm-ups in right now. We're about 15 minutes away from getting action started here. It is senior night tonight here at the Hack. So let's see. What do we got here? We're going to have your starting lineups for you in just a few moments. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by LaRue Lockout Financial. If you keep it simple and invest properly, your dollars will go farther with LaRue Lockout Financial. Just a little bit from now, we're going to have the RE/MAX Now keys to the game. But I'll tell you right now that all timeouts in this matchup this evening are brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. So the Highliners getting the win the other night on the road against Devil's Lake in 3 sets, 3-0. So they're looking to keep that momentum going, stay in the win column. They got just 2 matches left to end the season. It's tonight right here against Red River, and then they travel to West Fargo Tuesday night to end the regular season. So that's where we stand right now. We're going to step aside for a commercial break as you're listening to the Highliner Volleyball pregame show right here on KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
The keys to the game are brought to you by RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown. Just as the keys to today's game offer growth, success, and opportunity for the future, so do the keys to your new property. Whether you're looking for the keys to your starter home, the keys to home where you raised your family, the keys to your business, or the keys to your lake home or retirement property, for every step of the way, RE/MAX Now of Valley and Jamestown are here for you. Check out our website, findrealtynow.com, for pictures and virtual tours.
At Bank Forward, we focus on building relationships. Hi, I'm Kara Weep with Bank Forward in Valley City. Whether it's opening a checking account, saving for college, or starting your own business, Bank Forward is the bank big enough to help, but we're small enough to know your name. Call 845-1220 or visit bankforward.com today. Striving to be the bank that defines customer service since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Now is the time, now is the time.
Brothers 3 has the area's widest variety of classic and new fishing tackle at the lowest prices to give you this year. Before heading out on the water, stop in and get your live bait and tackle and fill your tank on the highest quality gas and diesel. Brothers 3 is your locally owned and operated convenience store. As always, Brothers 3 has the lowest prices in town on everything from snacks and drinks to propane and automotive supplies. Remember, it pays to shop at Brothers 3 in Valley City.
You need a building, and you need it now. Look into Winkler Structures, available at Smith Lumber Company in Valley City. From a quick build utility to bigger dome structures for cattle, machinery, or hay storage, Winkler Structures are designed for strength and security with their no-compromise fabric and high-strength structural steel. These buildings have stood the test of time for today's cost-conscious customer. Customize your Winkler structure at Smith Lumber Company, East Main, Valley City. Call 845-2135.
Hi, I'm Corey Anderson, a proud Viking graduate and Executive Director for University Advancement at VCSU. Did you know last year alone, the progress at Valley City State resulted in more than $100 million of economic benefit for our community? Our success at VCSU creates a ripple effect, and we are proud to partner in this community. But we can't do it alone. Please consider supporting the V500 Scholarship Program. A gift for a student is a gift to our community. Find easy ways to give by visiting give.vcsu.edu.
And welcome back to the Highliners pregame show right here at the Highliner Activity Center, where we're just about 10 minutes away from varsity volleyball action between Grand Forks, Red River, and your Valley City Highliners. Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's matchup right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. And Valley City with the win the other night over Devil's Lake, looking to stay in the win column, as this would be a huge win for them this evening. And it is senior night, so the three seniors on the team, that's Rachel Byerly, Peyton Peterson, and Dylan Deagle, all with a little ceremony here before warm-ups got underway here this evening. Now we shift focus over to the keys to the game, and the keys to the game are brought to you by RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown. First, for the visitors, Red River, just come in and play your game. That's the best you can do. Just keep doing it, and hopefully that'll get a win for you ladies here this evening. For Valley City, copy what you just did the other night. Stay in the win column. Try to get this one over in 3 sets. Get the confidence at an all-time high going into the final game of the season, Tuesday night on the road, taking on West Fargo. Don't look ahead, but do what you can do. Follow up what you did the other night and get this game done and over with early. The war of nutrition coming down the stretch for these teams will be immense. So those are my RE/MAX Now keys to the game, as we're still waiting for one team starting lineups. So we're not going to give you the starting lineups yet. We have one. We don't have the other team. I'm not going to split that one up. It's going to have to be all or nothing. So we're going to have to wait a little bit there. Let's see. Let's toss it to a timeout. I think we're getting the other team's starting lineup. So, yeah, we'll toss it to a timeout right now. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Lockout Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 or James M. Lockout, CPA, at 845-1660. Services offered through Investment Advisors, a division of Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer and member of FINRA and SIPC.
Hello from Husqvarna. Sure, you want our mighty outdoor power equipment, but you're embarrassed our rugged dealers like Sven or Bob will know you can't pronounce Husqvarna, the name that means craftsmanship all over the world. So I teach you now how to say Husqvarna. You say husk like corn and varn like varnish without the ish. And nah, like nah, I don't want any other stinking chainsaw or trimmer or mower. I want the best in the world. I want Husqvarna.
Husqvarna. Tough name, tough equipment.
Your local Husqvarna dealer is S&S Auto Electric of Valley City.
Harvest season is here, and Valley Meat Supply has quality meats and snacks for those meals on the go. Valley Meat has sandwich meats, including bacon and sausage for the BLT, variety of cheeses, beef sticks, and jerky. Still a lot of grilling season left. And don't forget about the tailgate parties. Valley Meat Supply has all your favorites for the go. Thick, juicy steaks, burger patties, brats, and all beef wieners. Have a safe and bountiful harvest season from Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your vehicle due for a bath? Calling all cars, calling all trucks. Check out Bridges Car Wash with the automatic car wash. It's quick and easy. Or do it yourself with the 2 fully equipped self-serve wash bays open year-round. Get your vehicle looking, feeling, and smelling new again with a wash and vacuum at Bridges Car Wash. Bridges Car Wash is your locally owned car wash. Your friends and neighbors and Highliner and VCSU Viking supporters. Bridges Car Wash on West Main, Valley City, now with 2 self-serve wash bays open year-round.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jengula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their great selection. Have they got frames? Over 1,000 pair for you to try. So many on hand that you'll want a pair for every outfit. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today in Valley City, Jamestown, or Carrington. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Need an electrician? Get free quotes from the local pros at Highline Electric in the city. Fast, reliable, and competitive pricing. Their knowledgeable and skilled staff provide electrical services for residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural. Highline Electric, family owned since 1986. Owners Chad and Tracy Zahn and Bruce and Amy Anderson have built a reputation of integrity and quality. Times and technology have changed, but their focus on honest service has not at Highline Electric in Valley City. Call 845-0731.
Welcome back to the Highliner pregame show for the Valley City Highliner volleyball team. Anthony Rossa with you right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. As we're just minutes away from varsity volleyball action here tonight. The JV squads went a little late this evening, but that's all right. Then we had the senior night ceremonies for the 3 Highliner seniors. Again, Rachel Byerly, Peyton Peterson, and Dylan Deagle, the 3 seniors here, presented with gifts and got to see their parents before the game live on the court. Always nice on senior nights, regardless of the sport, when you can honor the seniors as well as the parents, because, yes, the kids put a lot of sacrifice into the games, but you know what? The parents and the families do as well. So a nice tribute here this evening just prior to warm-ups, and we're just about 5 minutes away from varsity volleyball action here this evening. Well, we got them. I teased them before the break, and we came through. We have the starting lineups here this evening, and I'm going to tell you they're brought to you by CHI Mercy Health of Valley City. Hello to human kindness. We start with the visitors. This is how they're going to start out this evening. Kelsey Towers. Number 11 is Farrah Spicer. Number 12 is Sinara Rydell. Number 13 is Ava Swangstu. 25 belongs to Hannah Litzinger. And number 5 is Taylor Hyde. So that is how the Rough Riders will be starting out here this evening at the Highliner Activity Center. And now the starting lineups for your Valley City Highliners. They're going to start out like this. Number 1, Jada Nelson. Number 4, the senior, Peyton Peterson. Number 6, Samantha Hatcher. Faith Peterson is number 8. One of these other seniors is number 13, Dylan Deagle. She'll start up front. Number 15, Addie Quilvang. So those are your starting lineups again for both teams, and they're brought to you by CHI Mercy Health right here in Valley City. And you know what they say right on the old billboard on the highway, hello, human kindness. So we're just minutes away from varsity volleyball action here this evening. Again, I want to let you know tonight's scoreboard is brought to you by LaRue Lockout Financial. Keep it simple and invest properly. Your dollars will go farther with LaRue Lockout Financial. Timeouts here in this matchup brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. And we gave you the Remax Now keys to the game a little while ago, and we just gave you the starting lineups for both teams, and those are brought to you by CHI Mercy Health of Valley City. So the Highliners with the win Tuesday night, looking to stay in the win column here this evening, taking on the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. Hey, it's maybe about just over a 2-hour drive each way here for Red River. Their crowd is packed in here pretty tight here tonight. They travel well. So we're going to toss it to a commercial break, and when we come back, varsity volleyball action in just a couple of minutes right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Hey Valley City, Jamestown Regional Medical Center knows how important it is to receive care close to home. That's why JRMC orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Volk offers care right in Valley City. Learn about local care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes at www.jrmcnd.com/Valley City. Schedule online anytime at jrmcnd.com/Valley City or call 701-952-4878.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
This Time Out is brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Valley City, Enderlin, Lisbon, and Gwinner in North Dakota, and Hawley, Minnesota. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy to minimize pain and maximize mobility to quickly return you to the quality of life you deserve. Just as in the timeout of this game, we will take the time with you to evaluate, educate, strategize, and formulate a plan for the rest of your game based on your unique situation. This is Megan Beck, occupational therapist, and I invite you to call any of our offices at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation today.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Happy Halloween from Lever's Foods. This week at Pizza Corner Pizza, 2 for $9.99. Fresh strawberries, $2.99. Fresh from the deli, Mrs. Jerry's delivered egg potato salad, $3.99 a pound. Chicken drumsticks, $1.79 a pound. Delivery available. Call 845-1732. Lever's Foods, North and South Valley City. Great food, great seatings.
Increase the performance and beauty of your home with new windows. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company. Minn Kota windows are designed and built for years of lasting value and enduring beauty. They provide trouble-free, virtually maintenance-free operation for a generation of comfortable living. Midwest built, Midwest tough, guaranteed for life. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company on East Main, Valley City. For more, go to SmithLumberCompany.com.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in their work, and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online at grotbergelectric.com.
Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy, has always been a supporter of many Valley City events and organizations. During the month of October, they'll donate $1 for every yard of fabric sold to the St. Kate's fundraiser. The flu and cold season is here again. For all your healthcare needs and prescriptions, see your trusted healthcare resource, Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, downtown Valley City. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
And welcome back to the Highlander Activity Center for the Highlander pregame show, as we're just moments away from varsity volleyball action here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's matchup, as right now they're just announcing the lineups on the courts. Both teams are out there, as we're moments away from varsity volleyball action again. We gave you the starting lineups here already in the pregame show. They're brought to you by CHI Mercy Health in Valley City. Let's give them to you one more time real quick. For Red River, Kelsey Towers, Farrah Spicer, Sanara Riddell, Ava Swangstu, Hannah Litzinger, and Taylor Hyde. The starting lineups for the Highliners: Jada Nelson, Peyton Peterson, Samantha Hatcher, Faith Peterson, Dylan Teagle, and Addie Quilvang. So that's the starting lineups again, brought to you by CHI Mercy Health right here in Valley City. Hello to human kindness. We're going to send it to one more commercial break, and when we come back, varsity volleyball action right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
The keys to the game are brought to you by RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown. Just as the keys to today's game offer growth, success, and opportunity for the future, so do the keys to your new property. Whether you're looking for the keys to your starter home, the keys to home where you raise your family, the keys to your business, or the keys to your lake home or retirement property, for every step of the way, RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown are here for you. Check out our website, findrealtynow.com, for pictures and virtual tours.
At Bank Forward, we focus on building relationships. Hi, I'm Kara Weep with Bank Forward in Valley City. Whether it's opening a checking account, saving for college, or starting your own business, Bank Forward is a bank big enough to help, but we're smart to know your name. Call 845-1220 or visit bankforward.com today. Striving to be the bank that defines customer service since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Now is the time, now is the time.
Brothers 3 has the area's widest variety of classic and new fishing tackle at the lowest prices to give you an edge this year. Before heading out on the water, stop in and get your live bait and tackle and fill your tank on the highest quality gas and diesel. Brothers 3 is your locally owned and operated convenience store. As always, Brothers 3 has the lowest prices in town on everything from snacks and drinks to propane and automotive supplies. Remember, it pays to shop at Brothers 3 in Valley City.
Welcome back to the Highliner Activity Center as we are just about to get underway for varsity volleyball action. Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's matchup right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Grand Forks, Red River, black tops, red letters and numbers on the front and backs of their uniforms with the RR on the shoulders. For Valley City, they go with the navy blue tops here this evening. Highliners in powder blue down the left arm and the white numbers on the front and backs of their uniforms. It's senior night, as the seniors for Valley City were honored here before the warm-ups even got started. Rachel Byerly, Peyton Peterson, and Dylan Deagle for the final time in the regular season as the home Highliners to get underway here tonight. And Valley City is getting ready for this matchup as Red River will serve it up first, and to serve it for Red River is number 5, Taylor Hyde. Hyde also on the JV squad, right-handed serve. We're underway. Faith Peterson in the air for Dylan Deagle. Deagle for Hatcher. Hatcher swats one across, deflected, out of play. Highliners strike first here on senior night. They're up 1-0 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So just like that, Highliners on the board as Peyton Peterson, number 4, one of the seniors honored here this evening, back to serve it. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Now she'll run, jump, and right-handed serve over the net. Bumped in the air by Red River. And then it's sent back over to the Valley City side as trying to get that one is Nelson. She does. Over to Hatcher, but she's blocked in front. As Sainara Riedel will get the point for Red River. And we're tied up here at 1 apiece early on in matchup number 1. As Hannah Litzinger, a sophomore, number 25, jumps high on her serve. Here's Thornton for Deagle as Quilvang just into the game, tips one over the net. Valley City back in the lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard, 2-1. Red River is coached by Heather Chatham. Get to her in just a moment here as the Highliners waiting for the ball to get back to their side, as now Captain Dylan Deagle, one of the seniors also before the game honored, will serve it. Number 13 on the serve, dug out by Litzinger. And then that one swatted back over the net by Gaddy. Here's Abby Thornton for Valley City. Hatcher goes for the kill. Too strong out of play. It's going to be a point for Red River, and we're all tied up here at 2. Getting back to their coach, Heather Chatham. She gets a little intense here in these games. She's jumping around. I'll tell you, she jumps around the length of the bench, jumping in the air. On the serve, dug out by Thornton. Deagle sets it up. Quilvang goes for the kill again. Too strong out of play. 3-2 in favor of the visitors. So their coach Chatham again. She's very athletic by the way she jumps and moves around on that bench. It's actually pretty funny. Deagle sets it up. Quilvang tips it across the net. That one deflected high in the air. Kept alive by Gaddy, the libero. Great effort, and it's sent back over to the Valley City side. Deagle in front, sets it up. Hatcher goes for the kill, deflected off Red River, out of play. Point for the Highliners, and again, we're all tied, this time at 3 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Samantha Hatcher, the junior, who just got the kill for Valley City, number 6. Her turn to serve, as Valley City is serving right to left across your radio dial. Hatcher on the serve, dug out by Gaddy, right into the ground. Valley City back in the lead, 4-3. So Samantha Hatcher will continue to serve for Valley. Her team now up by 1, 4-3. Here's the serve. Dug out by Gaddy. Sets it up for Hyde. Hyde sets it, and hitting that one too strong out of play was Swangstu. So it's going to be a point for Valley City. 5-3 they lead it on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. As Hatcher will serve it. Dug out by Gaddy. And then Hyde hits it high in the sky. Back over to Gaddy, who just two-hands it across the net. Deagle sets it up. Nelson goes for the kill. Deflected, kept alive for the time being by Red River. And they keep it alive and send it back over to the Valley side. Deagle sends it back over, but then it's punched back across. And that one's going to fall in. As a nice job by Ava Swangstu to punch that ball across the net. It drops in between two Valley City Highliners. And it's going to be a point for the Red River. 5-4 they trail here in this first matchup. As on the serve is Hannah Litzinger. And that one's going to go out of play. Point for Valley City as they're now up 6-4. Abby Thornton, the libero for the Highliners, will serve it up. We're in the red top. Again, she's the libero. That one's dug out by Storstad. And then going for the kill and getting the kill for Red River is Farrah Spicer, the junior, number 11. So it's a 6-5 ball game. Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. As back to serve it is Cassidy O'Halloran, number 1. That one's dug out by Hatcher. Here's Deagle setting it up. Peyton Peterson goes for the kill, but a nice job there by Gaddy to keep it alive. And then it's going to be blown dead. And it's going to be a point for the Highliners. Now they're up by 2 again, 7-5. Jada Nelson will go back to serve. She's a lefty. Where's number 1 Valley City? She runs, jumps, and the lefty serve is across. That one's bumped in the air. And then punching that one back over is Litzinger. Thornton keeps it alive for Deagle. For Faith Peterson, and she gets the kill. 3-point lead for the Highliners now in this first set, 8-5 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Highliner lead. Jada Nelson will continue to serve it on the lefty serve. That one's dug out there by Storstad. And then trying to send that one back over is Swangsu, but it's dug out by Thornton. Hatcher on the deflection for the kill, kept alive. As going for the kill was Red River, but a nice shot by Nelson to keep that one alive. It's back over to the Red River side. And going for the kill once again, not getting it was Litzinger. As City doing a great job on the deflections. They send it back over. But then Swangstu goes for the kill, dug out there by Hatcher, up for Deagle. And now Peyton Peterson goes for the kill. She gets it. As it's a double touch on Red River. Valley City with a 4-point lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Now it's 9-5. So Jada Nelson will continue to serve. Left-hander number 1 for the Highliners. That one's deflected out of play by Emma Storstad of Red River. So the Highliners now double their lead. It's 10-5. 10-5 Highliner lead here in this first set at the Highliner Activity Center. Nelson on the serve. Bumped up in the air for Red River. Swangsu tries to drop one in. Nice shot by Nelson to dig that one out. Deagle tries to just do the same, but it's kept alive by Red River and then sent back over to the Valley City side. Here's Deagle setting it up. Peyton Peterson tries to drop one in, but it's dug out right there by Taylor Hyde and sent back over to Deagle for Hatcher, and he hits that one way out of play. And it's going to be a point for Red River. It's now a 4-point ball game. Highliners with a 10-6 lead. So Ava Swangstu will serve it for Red River. Number 13, righty serve, dug out by Thornton. Deagle in front, sets it up. Peyton Peterson goes for the kill. Swangstu is there to keep it alive. And then good instincts by Hannah Litzinger to run in and send it back over. Dug out by Hatcher. Deagle. Peyton Peterson just tips it over the net and gets it to fall in. Point for Valley City. They're up 11-6 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Rachel Byerly, one of the seniors honored here this evening, checks into the game for the first time, coming in to serve. Number 3 sends it across. Dug out there by Storstad. And that one sent back across by Riddell. And then Hatcher bumps him across. Riddell is there. Sets it up for a Heidel. And then going for the kill and getting the kill, that's Hannah Litzinger. So it's going to be a point for Red River, now 11-7 on the scoreboard here at the Highliner Activity Center. So Taylor Hyde, sophomore number 5, will serve it up left to right. Dug out there by Nelson. Deagle tips it. Peyton Peterson just sends it back across. Hyde sets it up. Rydell goes for the kill. Deflected by Valley City. Kept alive by Thornton. Deagle just sends one back across. That one's going to drop in. Point once again for Valley City. Back up by 5 as they now lead it 12-7 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So back to serve it. Peyton Peterson, number 4. She'll run up, jump, and swat this one across. That one's dug out there by Litzinger. Hyde sets it up. And then sending that one over is Towers. Dug out by Nelson. And then Hatcher just two-hands this one back across to the Red River side. Going for the kill is Towers, and she'll get it for Red River. They get the point on the scoreboard. They now trail 12-8. So Hannah Litzinger, number 25, sophomore for this Rough Rider team, will serve it up. And she sends it across. Dug out by Byerly. Deagle in front. Sets it up. Addie Quilvang rejected. And that's going to be a point for Red River. Nice job in front by Sinara Rydell, number 12. Getting the point, the senior right there. Good rejection in front. So Litzinger will continue to serve it here for Red River. Spins the ball. Now serves this one across. Dug out by Nelson. And that one's going to go out of play. A little confusion there between a couple Highliners. 2-point ball game now as it's now 12-10. Highliners with the lead. Was a 5-point lead. Now it's down to 2. Litzinger will continue to serve it. She sends it across. Dug out by Thornton. Over by the scorer's table is Deagle. Now Quilvang sends it back over. Litzinger sets it up. There's Hyde. And then Towers tries to drop one in. Dug out there by Byerly. Deagle high in the sky. And then Nelson sends it across, but it's hit up in the air by Litzinger. And then going for the kill, that was Farrah Spicer, but it's kept alive by the Highline. Towers just sends it back over. Byerly to Deagle. Deagle for Hatcher, who goes for the kill. Dug out there by Gaddy, the libero. And then it's sent back over. And dropping that one in was Farrah Spicer to make this a 1-point ball game on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Highliners lead at 12-11. Litzinger continues to serve it left to right. She does. And she hits that one out of play. So the Highliners restore the 2-point lead. It's 13-11 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard as Red River coach Heather Chatham was jumping around, running up and down the benches while her team was scoring. Deagle on the serve for Valley City. Dug out there by Gaddy. And Litzinger sends one across. Dug out by Deagle. Here's Abby Thornton. Jada Nelson sends one back across. Deflected high in the air by Gaddy. And then Hyde sets it up. Litzinger off the top of the net, dug out by Hatcher. Nice job to keep it alive for Valley City. Hatcher sends it back across after getting the pass from Deagle. And now Towers tries to drop one into the netting. And it's going to be a point for Valley City. Up by 3 once again. It's 14-11. Highliners winner in their last game against Devils Lake Tuesday night on the road in 3 sets. Trying to keep that momentum going. Deagle on the serve. Here's Hyde. Towers drops that one in. Point for Red River. They trail by 2 once again on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. It's 14-12, Highliner lead. Back to serve is Hope Gaddy, the libero, to the libero Thornton of Valley City. Quilvang tries to drop one in, but it's kept alive by Towers. Spicer tries to drop one in. Deagle pushes one back, and they're going to say it's in play. So Deagle, the nice heads-up play, realizing most of the team for Red River was up against the netting, and she hit one just inside the territory here. 15-12, Highliner lead. So back to serve it is Samantha Hatcher, and that one's just going to be deflected out of play by Hannah Litzinger. Highliners back ahead by 4. It's 16-12 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Highliners at 1 point in this matchup so far had a 5-point lead. Had it dwindle down to 1, but now they're back up by 4. Hatcher on the serve, dug out by Gaddy. Hyde hits it in the air. Litzinger just swats one across. Dug out by Thornton of Valley City for Deagle. And then Nelson goes for the kill. Kept alive by Hyde. Gaddy sets it up. As Towers was ejected, as they're going to call a dead ball point for Valley City. Up by 5. They now lead at 17-12. Samantha Hatcher coming on to serve once again. Her team enjoying a 5-point lead. That one's dug out by Spicer. Hyde setting it up. Towers sends it back across, but Abby Thornton's there, sets it up for Deagle in front. As now Hatcher tries to swat one across, but it's kept alive by Spicer. And then Gaddy just bumps one back over to Valley City. Deagle pushes one back across. Gaddy's there in the backcourt. Hyde. Spicer over to Valley City side. Hatcher sets it up over to Deagle. Faith Peterson off of Towers, out of play. Point for Valley City, up by 6 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 18-12 Highliner lead. So there's a timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Highliner Volleyball right here on KOVC.
You need a building, and you need it now. Look into Winkler Structures, available at Smith Lumber Company in Valley City. From a quick build utility to bigger dome structures for cattle, machinery, or hay storage. Winkler Structures are designed for strength and security with their no-compromise fabric and high-strength structural steel. These buildings have stood the test of time for today's cost-conscious customer. Customize your Winkler structure at Smith Lumber Company, East Main, Valley City. Call 845-2135.
Welcome back to the Highliner Activity Center. That timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Score right now on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard reads 18-12. Your Valley City Highliners with the lead here in this first set. As Red River breaks their huddle, they're back on the court. They're the ones that called the timeout, and now the Highliners will break their huddle and make their way back onto the court. So we got a little delayed here this evening. JV squads went a bit late, and then we had the senior night festivities for the 3 seniors of Valley City. But nonetheless, we've had a good first set here. On the serve, dug out by Hyde. Here's Spicer, goes for the kill. She will not get it. As they're going to say a net foul on Spicer, point for the Highliners, extending their lead to 7 now. Their highest lead of this first set. It's now 19-12 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Hatcher on the serve, number 6. A nice line drive serve, dug out by Gaddy. And then there's Hyde. Litzinger punches one across in front of Dylan Deagle. Point for Red River as they try to come back. And this one, it's 19-13 now on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. As she checks back into the game to serve it is Emma Storstad, number 20, the senior for Red River. Serves it up, dug out by Hatcher. Deagle sets it up. Faith Peterson off the deflection as 2 Red River players collide. That one's going to be a point for Valley City. They're the first ones to hit 20 here this evening. It's a 7-point lead once again. It's 20-13 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Abby Thornton will serve it. She's the libero tonight for Valley City. Dug out by Storstad. Here's Hyde. Spicer just sends it back across. Thornton's there for the Highliners. Deagle. Faith Peterson had it rejected, but gets it right back. Peyton Peterson sends it back across as Red River will try to just tip one back across. Deagle, a great diving effort, and then that one's going to be deflected out of play, and it's going to be a point for Red River as it's deflected off the fingertips of Peyton Peterson out of play. So Red River back within 6. It's 20-14 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard here this evening. As going back to serve it is Cassidy O'Halloran, the junior for Red River. Dug out by Thornton. Jaden Nelson off the deflection, kept alive by Storstad. And then Litzinger goes for the kill. That one's going to be out of play. Point for Valley City as they're back up by 7. It's 21-14 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Jaden Nelson will serve it right to left, the lefty. That one's going to drop in. Point for Valley City. Up by 8 now, their largest lead here this evening so far. 22-14, they lead it on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Nelson will continue to serve. Number 1, she's the lefty server. Runs, jumps in, serves it across. Hit in the air by O'Halloran. Litzinger sends it back to the Valley City side. Deagle sets it up. Peyton Peterson goes for the kill. Deflected again for Red River. O'Halloran just swats it back over to Valley City. And then Thornton bumps that one out of play. Point for Red River. As it's now 20-15 here in this first set. Right here on KOVC. Ava Swangstu back to serve it. That was a low one, but it's dug out there by Hatcher. Here's Deagle setting it up. As Peyton Peterson goes for the kill, and she'll get it for Valley City. They're back in the lead, 23-15 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Back in the lead by 8. Again, their largest lead so far this evening. Rachel Byerly comes back in, ready to serve this one up. Number 3 on the serve. Dug out there by Storstad. Hyde sets it up. Litzinger goes for the kill, and she's rejected in front by Peyton Peterson. Match point coming up Valley City as they're up 24-15 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Byerly will continue to serve right to left on your radio dial. Bounces the ball a couple of times, right-handed serves. Drops that one in, and that's your ball game in this first set. Valley City wins this one with ease, 25-15. And they take the first set here at the Highliner Activity Center. We'll step aside for a break. And when we come back, second set right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Hi, I'm Corey Anderson, a proud Viking graduate and Executive Director for University Advancement at VCSU. Did you know last year alone the progress at Valley City State resulted in more than $100 million of economic benefit for our community? Our success at VCSU creates a ripple effect, and we are proud to partner in this community. But we can't do it alone. Please consider supporting the V500 Scholarship Program. A gift for a student is a gift to our community. Find easy ways to give by visiting give.vcsu.edu.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Lockout Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 or James M. Lockout, CPA, at 845-1660. Services offered through Investment Advisors, a division of Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through Pro Equities Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer and member of FINRA and SIPC.
Hello from Husqvarna. Sure, you want our mighty outdoor power equipment, but you're embarrassed our rugged dealers like Sven or Bob will know you can't pronounce Husqvarna, the name that means craftsmanship all over the world. So I teach you now how to say Husqvarna. You say husk like corn and varn like varnish without the ish. And nah, like nah, I don't want any other stinking chainsaw or trimmer or mower. I want the best in the world. I want Husqvarna.
Husqvarna. Tough name, tough equipment.
Your local Husqvarna dealer is S&S Auto Electric of Valley City.
Harvest season is here, and Valley Meat Supply has quality meats and snacks for those meals on the go. Valley Meat has sandwich meats, including bacon and sausage for the BLT, variety of cheeses, beef sticks, and jerky. Still a lot of grilling season left. Hey, and don't forget about the tailgate parties. Valley Meat Supply has all your favorites for the grill. Thick, juicy steaks, burger patties, brats, and all beef wieners. Have a safe and bountiful harvest season from Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your vehicle due for a bath? Calling all cars, calling all trucks. Check out Bridges Car Wash with the automatic car wash. It's quick and easy. Or do it yourself with the 2 fully equipped self-serve wash bays open year-round. Get your vehicle looking, feeling, and smelling new again with a wash and vacuum at Bridges Car Wash. Bridges Car Wash is your locally owned car wash. Your friends and neighbors and Highliner and VCSU Viking supporters. Bridges Car Wash on West Main, Valley City, now with 2 self-serve wash bays open year-round.
Welcome back to the Highliner Activity Center, where we're just about to begin set number 2 between the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders and your Valley City Highliners. Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's matchup. Valley City with a 25-15 victory in the first set just moments ago here on Senior Night. Give a shout out to the Valley City seniors right now. Rachel Byerly, Peyton Peterson, and Dylan Deagle. Those 3 were honored before the games started here this evening. So a little confusion on the court here. But we'll tell you right now that Red River is going to be going left to right on your radio dial. They're in the black tops with the red numbers front and back. And for Valley City, they're going right to left on your radio dial. Navy blue tops says Highliners down the left forearm in powder blue. And then the white numbers on the front and back. So we're ready to go. Rachel Byerly will serve it up to start matchup number 2, or set number 2, I should say. And it's a good serve. Bumped in the air by Hyde. As Rydell goes for the kill, kept alive by Nelson. As now Hatcher tries to tip one across. Litzinger's there for Red River. Hyde sets it up. Litzinger tries to drop one in. She does not. She drops it on her side of the net. Point for Valley City. They take the lead here on the LaRue Lockout Financial scored 1-0. So Byerly will continue to serve it here. Number 3 on the serve. As that one's dug out there by Lily Costello. And then on the rejection, Dylan Deagle. 2-0, Valley City. So back to serve once again is Byerly for Valley City. Serves this one up right to left, dug out there by Costello. Here's Hyde. Rydell tries to hit one in the backcourt. They're going to say that one is out of play, too strong. Nice idea, though, by number 12 of Red River. Valley City with a 3-point lead, 3-0 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard here in this second set. Byerly will continue to serve it up. Swats this one across. Here's Costello. Hyde just tries to drop one over. Hatcher's there for Deagle in front. Sets it up. Peyton Peterson dug out there by Litzinger. Hyde. Riddell tries to drop one in. Hit in the air by Deagle. Sent back over to the Red River side, and then it's right back over to Valley City. Deagle tries to tip one in. There's Costello for Hyde. Litzinger goes for the kill. Deflected, and that's going to be the first point for Red River here in this second set. That one goes in. 3-1. Highliner lead. So back to serve it now for Red River is Taylor Hyde, number 5. And it's dug out there by Nelson as Peyton Peterson goes for the kill, and the senior will get it. Peterson's having a great senior night here so far this evening. 4-1, Highliners back in the lead by 3 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Peyton Peterson goes now to the back. It's her turn to serve it as number 4 will run, jump in, serve this one across, dug out there by Gaudy. And then Litzinger goes for the kill, kept alive by Byerly. Deagle keeps it alive in front of her bench, but Nelson will just two-hand that one into the netting. Point will go towards Red River. It's 4-2, Highliner lead. O'Halloran will step up as Farrah Spicer will come back into the game for Red River. As back to serve this one is Emma Storstad, number 20. Or excuse me, that's 25, Hannah Litzinger. Dug out there by Thornton. Deagle. Hatcher goes for the kill. There's Spicer there. Litzinger keeps it alive. Hyde sends it back across. Deagle for Quilvang. Back to Deagle. Goes for the kill. Too strong out of play. It's now 1-point ball game. 4-3. Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Hannah Litzinger will continue to serve it left to right on your radio dial. Bounces the ball, spins it in the palm, and now she'll serve it up. Dug out there by Thornton. Hatcher bumps in the air. Deagle two-hands it across. That one's dug out by Gaudy. And then Spicer goes for the kill. Nice job to keep it alive by Byerly. Deagle. Hatcher rejected in front, but kept alive by Quilvang. Great athletic play by Addie Quilvang, and it's back over to the Red River side. There's Spicer on the kill, kept alive by Abby Thornton. Deagle tries a two-hand one across. She does, but it's kept alive by Hyde. And then rejected in front by Quilvang, and it's back over to Red River. Now to the Valley City side. Deagle. Hatcher on the kill. That one's a great job to keep it alive by Gaddy, the libero for Red River, and it makes its way back to Valley City. Deagle sets it up. Hatcher tries to drop one in. She cannot. Gaddy for Litzinger. Back over to Valley City's end. Deagle just swats one back across, but a nice job by Hyde to keep it alive. And then Spicer just swats one back over, but Nelson's there. Deagle. Quilvang tries to drop one in. That one's going to go deflected backwards, but Gaddy's there to keep it alive. And then this one makes its way back over to Valley City's end. Deagle. Hatcher. Kept alive by Spicer. Hyde hits it in the sky. Towers tries to drop one in. She will. And just like that, we're all tied up here in this second set. 4-4 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Did you get all that? Because that was quite a bit. What a volley that was. So back to serve it is the libero Hope Gaddy, number 33 for Red River. Tries to drop one in. Byerly's there. Deagle for Quilvang. Deflected but kept alive by Gaddy. Hyde in front. Here's Spicer on the kill. Rejected by Quilvang. As this one's for Red River, it's going to drop in thanks to Ava Swangstu. Red River comes all the way back. They take a lead here, 5-4. Waiting for the scoreboard update. There it is at the Highliner Activity Center. It took a second. Maybe a little hometown bias. Didn't want to. So now they're going to reverse course, and the referees are going to give the point to Valley City. So the Highliners regain the lead. It's now 5-4 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Maybe a little hometown bias there. I don't know. We'll see. Dylan Deagle back to serve it before she does bounce the ball. Looks over to Coach DePeza. Talking some strategy here. My strategy would be to drop this ball where they are not standing. But that's why I broadcast and I don't play. So the referee walking over to the scorer's table. Must be a substitution or rotation issue here. So Valley City won the first set 25-15. They had an 8-point lead for the most part towards the end, and then end up winning by 10. Deagle on the serve for the Highliners. That one's dug out there. Gaddy. Litzinger sends it across. There's Deagle. Thornton. Hatcher goes for the kill. It's deflected, kept alive by Litzinger. And then Hyde hits it in the sky. Spicer sends it back. Too strong, out of play. Highliners back up by 2. As they now lead at 6-4 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Deagle serving it up once again. Number 13 swats it across. Litzinger. Hyde. Towers. Here's Thornton of Valley City, and it goes into the netting. 1-point ball game once again. 6-5 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Hope Gaddy to serve it once again. The libero on the serve, dug out by Byerly. Deagle about midcourt, sets it up. Hatcher rejected in front as Ava Swangstu having a strong second set here this evening. It's all tied up once again on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. It's 6-6. Again, Valley City won the first one 25-15. So Hope Gaddy will continue to serve. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Continues to bounce that ball. And now she will serve it up. Dug out by Hatcher. Deagle sets it up. Quilvang goes for the kill. Deflected by Gaddy. Kept alive for Red River. And then they send it back across. Deagle. Thornton. Hatcher for the kill. That one's going to deflect off Gaddy. Out of play. Valley City back in the lead. 7-6 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Samantha Hatcher's turn to serve for the Highliners in the lead by 1, 7-6. Won the first one 25-15. Hatcher serve. That one's going to fall in just barely. 2-point lead once again for Valley City. 8-6 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. As the two players in the backcourt for Red River let the ball go, thinking it was going to go out of play, but it does not. It's a point for Valley City. So Hatcher on the serve, dug out there by Gaddy. Here's Hyde, setting it up. Litzinger rejected in front by Quilvang once again. 9-6 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Another dominant game so far this evening, or two matches I should say, for Addie Quilvang in the front court for Valley City. Her team now enjoying a 3-point lead. It's 9-6. As Towers sends it back across, Abby Thornton digs it out. Dylan Deagle setting it up. Hatcher for the kill. Dug out by Litzinger. Hyde. Back for Litzinger, who tries a two-hand one. Deflected in front by Quilvang. And then Faith Peterson just hits that one out of play. That's going to be a point for Red River. As they now are trailed by 2. It's a 9-7 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So back to serve it now is number 14, Lily Costello, the senior. Right-handed serve, dug out there by Faith Peterson. Dylan Deagle. Nelson sends it across. Gaddy's there. Sets it up for Hyde, and then it's tipped back across by Quilvang. Hyde once again. Here's Spicer on the deflection by Deagle towards out of play, but Hatcher runs back to keep it alive. Quilvang two-hands it across. Dug out by Gaddy. Hyde sets it up. Swangstu tries to drop one in, but Deagle is there. Quilvang sends it right back over. Costello. Hyde. Swangstu tries a little change-up move, but a nice diving attempt by Hatcher to keep it alive, and it goes back on Red River side. Spicer tries to go for the kill. It's going to deflect off Thornton and out of play. 1-point ball game once again. Highliners with a 9-8 lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard, but the ball will stay in possession of Red River here coming up on the serve as Lily Costello, number 14, will continue to serve it left to right. Abby Thornton off the serve. Dylan Deagle. Faith Peterson deflected, and it's going to be a point for Valley City as she hit it right at Ava Swangstu, but it's going to fall in off the deflection. Highliners back in the lead by 2. It's 10-8 as Abby Thornton will have her turn to serve. Thornton serving it right to left. She's the libero here this evening, dug out by Gaddy. Hyde. Litzinger back across. Thornton is there. Deagle setting it up as Peyton Peterson off the deflection. As they're going to say it's a net foul. Point for Red River. They trail by 1 now. Highliners cling to the 10-9 lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So back to serve it is number 1, Cassidy O'Halloran. She bounces it now, serves it across. Dug out by Hatcher. Deagle for Peyton Peterson. Rejected in front by Swangsu, but Valley City keeps it alive. Peterson goes for the kill, and she'll get it this time. Peyton Peterson restores the 2-point lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Highliners 11-9 right now in this second set. Again, Valley City won the first one 25-15. Jada Nelson, her turn to serve. The lefty sends it across. There's Gaddy for Hyde. Now Litzinger just bumps one back over to Valley City where Deagle sets it up. Faith Peterson goes for the kill, but Gaddy's there for Red River. O'Halloran off the deflection. That one's going to go out of play off a highliner. Point for Red River. Trailing by 1. It's 11-10. So there's a timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout as you're listening to Highliner Volleyball right here on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 3 great reasons are Dr. Frank, Dr. Freilich, and Dr. Jengula. 3 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their great selection. Have they got frames? Over 1,000 pair for you to try. So many on hand that you'll want a pair for every outfit. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today in Valley City, Jamestown, or Carrington. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
That timeout brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Highliners clinging to the 1-point lead. It's 11-10. Valley City lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard as Red River will break the huddle. Ava Swangstu back to serve it up. Number 13 bounces the ball a couple of times. Red River going left to right. Here's the serve. Dug out by Thornton. Deagle setting it up in front. Peyton Peterson will get the kill and the point for Valley City. They're back up by 2 as it's 12-10 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Rachel Byerly will step in and go right backcourt as she will serve this one up, number 3. On the serve. Dug out by Costello. Hyde setting it up. Litzinger tried to drop one in, but Hatcher goes to one knee to keep it alive. Byerly just bumps it back across. Costello is there. And then Hyde setting it up. Litzinger once again. And that one's going to be a point for Red River. 12-11 as this team continues to hang around as their coach, Heather Chatham, continue to dance around, jump around over on the sidelines. You'd think she's a player, by the way, she's celebrating these points. I think it's pretty unique. I like it. Showing some passion from the head coach. Let's keep it going. Hyde will serve it up for Red River. Dug out by Nelson. Deagle. Peyton Peterson rejected in front. And it's going to be a point for Valley City, 13-11. So Peyton Peterson, the senior, one of the seniors who was on it before tonight's matchup, will serve it. 13-11 lead for Highliners. Dug out by Costello. O'Halloran sends it across. Byerly is there. And then that one's bumped in the air by Deagle. And rejected in front, but kept alive by Quilvang. And then the refs will call a net foul. It'll be a point for Red River. They're back within 1. It's 13-12. So Litzinger on the serve. Dug out by Byerly. Deagle setting it up. Peterson on the wicked kill, but it's kept alive by Gaddy. And then Spicer hits one back across. Hatcher for Byerly. Quilvang tips one across. Gaddy is there. Hyde sets it up in front. Towers goes for the kill, but there's Byerly for Valley City over to Deagle. Abby Thornton sends it back over, dug out by Gaddy. Here's Hyde. Spicer hits that one too strong on the play. 2-point lead restored for Valley City. Back in the lead by 2. It's 14-12. Highliners on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. So on the serve, here's Litzinger sending it back across. Here's Deagle, who just bumps it in the air, moves out of the way for Thornton. Hatcher goes for the kill, kept alive by Litzinger once again. Hyde sets it up midcourt. Here's Spicer in front, deflected, kept alive by Byerly. Deagle. Hatcher drops one in. Great job by Samantha Hatcher to take a little oomph off that ball, just drops it across. 15-12, Highliners lead. So off the serve, here's Rydell, and then Thornton hits that one backwards on a play. Point for Red River. It's 15-13 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Highliners in the lead here in this second set. They won the first set 25-15. So back to serve is the libero Hope Gate for Red River. Tape on the right hand, serves it up. Byerly's there. Here's Deagle. Hatcher two-hands it across, dug out there by Spicer. And then Hyde sets it up. Swangstu deflected off of Thornton. Out of play. It's going to be another point for Red River. Back within one. It's 15-14 here in this set number 2. So Hope Gaddy waiting for the ball to come back. The sophomore for Red River. Here's the serve. It's a low one, dug out by Thornton. Deagle sets it up. Addie Quilvan goes for the kill, deflected off Gaddy, and into the young man in the front row with the hat. Point for Valley City. They're back up by 2 as it's 16-14 on the LaRue Lock Financial scoreboard. Samantha Hatcher now will serve this one up for the Highliners. Righty server, number 6. Bounced the ball a couple of times, and she'll send it across. Here's Hyde. Towers goes for the kill, deflected. Nice job by Hatcher to dive to keep it alive, and then Deagle sends it over, and then Deagle punches up in the air to keep it alive as it came back. Hatcher sends it back across to Red River. Hyde sets it up. Net foul, point for Valley City. Back in the lead by 3 as it's 17-14 here in this second set. As the student section here starts to chant, "You can't do that." As Hatcher on the serve. Line drive serve, dug out there by Gaddy. There's Litzinger, back over to Gaddy, who just two-hands it across. Deagle sets it up in front. Jada Nelson goes for the kill, but Gaddy's there to dig it out. Hyde for Spicer. That one's deflected by Valley City, and it's going to drop in. Point for Red River. Back within 2, it's 17-15 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Lily Costello will come back into the game to serve for the Rough Riders. They're down by 2. It's 17-15 here in the second set. Number 14 on the serve. Dug out by Hatcher. Deagle sets it up. Nelson goes for the kill. Punched up in the air by Litzinger. Costello dives to keep it alive, but she hits it to a guy in the third row of the section here. Point for Valley City once again, 18-15. They lead it on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Thornton back to serve it for Valley City on the serve. Hits it hard, too hard, out of play. It's going to be a point for Red River. They're back within 2 once again as it's now 18-16. Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Cassidy O'Halloran will serve this one up. Number 1 runs, jumps in. Oh, so like punches that one. And a nice job by Faith Peterson to dive to keep it alive. Same thing for Abby Thornton. Jada Nelson rejected in front. No, it's going to fall in. Point Valley City. As Swangsu gave it a heck of an effort on the rejection, but it falls in. Highliners back up by 3. It's 19-16 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Nelson on the serve, the lefty. Dug out by Gaddy. Hyde in front, just tips it across. Peyton Peterson to Dylan Deagle, who sends it back over. And that's going to bounce around, pinball around, and fall in. Point for Valley City. Highliners up by 4. 20-16 here in set number 2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Jaden Nelson will continue to serve it. Bounces the ball. Left-hander runs, jumps, serves it up. Too strong on a play. Point for Red River. Back within 3. 20-17. 20-17, 2017. That's the year the Houston Astros won the World Series. Looking to do it again this year. Swangstu on the serve for Red River. Dug out there by Hatcher. Deagle for Peyton Peterson. And that one's going to pinball around again and sent back over to Valley City's end. Deagle sets it up. Peterson tries to drop one in. Nice diving job by O'Halloran to keep it alive. Litzinger sends it back across and gets the point. 2-point ball game once again. 20-18 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Swangstu will continue to serve it for Red River, number 13. Runs, jumps, serves it across. Dug out there by Hatcher. Here's Deagle, midcourt, over for Peyton Peterson. Slaps one, deflected off of O'Halloran. It's going to be a point for Valley City. They're back up by 3. Now they're enjoying a 21-18 lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Valley City won the first set here, 25-10, and in the lead in this one, 21-18. Rachel Byerly will serve it up. Number 3 bounced the ball a couple of times. And that one's dug out there by O'Halloran. And it's going to go out of play. Point for Valley City, up by 4. 22-18 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. There's a timeout on the court, so we'll take a timeout as you're listening to Highliner Volleyball right here on KOVC.
Need an electrician? Get free quotes from the local pros at Highline Electric in Valley City. Fast, reliable, and competitive pricing. Their knowledgeable and skilled staff provide electrical services for residential, commercial, industrial, and agricultural. Highline Electric, family owned since 1986. Owners Chad and Tracy Zahn and Bruce and Amy Anderson have built a reputation of integrity and quality. Times and technology have changed, but their focus on honest service has not at Highline Electric in Valley City. Call 845-0731.
That timeout was brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. 22-18 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard here in the second set. Highliners won the first one 25-15. I'm Anthony Verasa with you on the call of tonight's matchup right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Byerly on the serve, dug out there by Costello. Here's Hyde for O'Halloran. Deflected in the air by Peyton Peterson, kept alive by Jada Nelson. Now Hatcher goes for the kill, but kept alive by Gaddy. And then O'Halloran backwards swats this one back over. Pretty good strength for falling backwards. Deagle sets it up for Peterson, kept up by Costello. Hyde sets it up. Litzinger goes for the kill. Deflects off Nelson. Back over to Red River, then back over to Valley City. And it's going to be a net foul. Point for the Highliners. Now in the lead by 5 as it's 23-18 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Byerly will continue to serve for this Highliner team. The ball a couple of times. Now she serves it over. Dug out by O'Halloran. There's Hyde. Litzinger for the kill. Deflects it off Byerly. Here's Deagle in front. Hatcher goes for the kill. Gaddy, nice job to keep that one alive, falling backwards. As now O'Halloran just swats this one across. Thornton for Deagle. Hatcher tries to drop one in. She will. Nice job once again. Samantha Hatcher on just, it looks like she's going to go and swat it, but she just tips it across. And a couple of times here tonight, it has fooled Red River. Match point coming up for the Highlanders. They lead it 24-18 here in this second set on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Byerly on the serve, dug out there by Gaddy. Here's Hyde. Litzinger rejected in front, kept alive by O'Halloran. And now Litzinger sends it back across. Thornton. Deagle setting it up. Peterson goes for the kill, too strong out of play. Point for Red River, 24-19. They trail it on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Now back to serve it. Taylor Hyde. Dug out by Byerly. Deagle sets it up. Peterson on the kill. Block, hit down in front. Highliners get the win in set number 2 by a score of 25-19. So they have taken the first 2 sets here this evening at the Hack. 25-15, and then here in set 2, 25-19. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, third set right here on KOVC. Hey Valley City, Jamestown Regional Center knows how important it is to receive care close to home. That's why JRMC orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Volk offers care right in Valley City. Learn about local care for hips, shoulders, knees, and toes at www.jrmcnd.com/Valley City. Schedule online anytime at jrmcnd.com/Valley City or call 701-952-4878.
Jamestown Regional Medical Center will never stop building for you.
This timeout is brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, with offices in Valley City, Enderlin, Lisbon, and Gwinner in North Dakota, and Hawley, Minnesota. Our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy to minimize pain and maximize mobility to quickly return you to the quality of life you deserve. Just as in the timeout of this game, we will take the time with you to evaluate, educate, strategize, and formulate a plan for the rest of your game based on your unique situation. This is Megan Beck, occupational therapist, and I invite you to call any of our offices at Mobility Plus Rehabilitation today.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Happy Halloween from Lever's Foods. This week get extra large seedless grapes, $1.87 a pound. Fresh yellow onions, 3-pound bag, $1.49. And Open Acres mild salsa, $3.99. Bakery fresh auger hamburger buns, 8 count for $2.29. Delivery available. Call 845-1732. Lever's Foods, North and South Valley City. Great food, great savings.
Increase the performance and beauty of your home with new windows. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company. Minn Kota windows are designed and built for years of lasting value and enduring beauty. They provide trouble-free, virtually maintenance-free operation for a generation of comfortable living. Midwest built, Midwest tough, guaranteed for life. Minn Kota windows from SLC, Smith Lumber Company on East Main, Valley City. For more, go to SmithLumberCompany.com.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in their work, and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online at grotbergelectric.com. And welcome back to the Highliner Activity Center here on Senior Night. Anthony Verasso with you on the call of tonight's matchup right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. And we've seen Valley City take the first two sets. First one, 25-15. Second set that just concluded, 25-19. So they're looking to sweep this one just like they did Tuesday night on the road against Devils Lake. 3-0 sweep there. Again, I said it in the pregame show, battle of nutrition here, or attrition down the stretch. You want to try to sweep and move on as fast as possible and save the energy for upcoming matchups. So we're going to get underway here in just a moment. Red River going left to right on your radio dial. They're in the black tops with the red numbers front and back that says Red River on the front. 2 R's on each shoulder blade or each shoulder cap to say Red River. For Valley City, they're going right to left on your radio dial. Navy blue tops says Highliners on the forearm. Down the left arm, white numbers front and back. So on the serve, over to Valley City, dug out there by Nelson. Here's Deagle. And Hatcher goes for the kill, deflected off of Litzinger. And it's going to be a point for the Highliners. They strike first here in this third set. 1-0 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout scoreboard. And it'll now be their turn to serve it. Peyton Peterson will serve it for the Highliners, one of the seniors honored here this evening. Number 4 runs, jumps, and sends it across. Dug out by Litzinger. Spicer bumps it in the air, and then Towers just punches it across. Deagle setting this one up. Hatcher goes for the kill, rejected in front by Rydell, and it's going to be a point for Red River, just like that, all tied up once again, this time at 1. So a pretty good student section turnout here this evening for senior night. Getting the crowd going here this evening at the Highliner Activity Center. Litzinger will serve it up. Dug out by Nelson. Deagle setting it up in front. Quilvan goes for the kill, but there's Hyde. Back over to Valley City side. Tip back across, but Red River keeps it alive. Towers sends one over. There's Thornton for Deagle, who punches this one over. And that one's going to fall in for a point for Valley City. Back in the lead, 2-1. Highliners on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So back to serve it now for Valley City is Dylan Deagle, another one of the seniors. There's only 3 of them who were served, or excuse me, who were honored here before the game. On the serve, Rydell sends it back across. Thornton's there. Deagle in front, setting this one up. Samantha Hatcher tries to get it, but cannot, and it's kept alive by Red River. Spicer just swats that one into the net. Point for Valley City once again. Up in the lead by 2, 3-1. They lead here in this third set. Again, the Highliners won the first one 25-15, and then won the second one 25-19. Deagle dug out by Gaddy as Litzinger goes for the kill, but Deagle is right there. Thornton sets it up. Nelson off the deflection. Nice job by Gaddy to punch and keep it alive, and then Litzinger just punches that one backwards. Point for the Highliners once again. Now in the lead by 3 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 4-1. Highliners with the lead. Dylan Deagle will continue to serve it for Valley City. That one dug out by Gaddy. She's the libero for Red River. Hyde sets it up. Towers kept alive by Deagle. Thornton runs up in front. Quilvang just slaps one across. Dug out by Gaddy on the diving attempt. And then Litzinger goes for the kill. Thornton bumps to keep it alive. Deagle. Hatcher. There's Spicer for Red River. And then Hyde back to Spicer, who tries to go for the kill, and she's going to get the point. Cuts the lead to 2 of Valley City. It's now a Highliners 4-2 lead, and Red River will get the ball to serve it. Hope Gaddy, the libero for the Rough Riders, will serve it. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Sends it off. Dug out by Byerly. Deagle. Quilvang rejected in front, and that one's going to be a point for Valley City as it goes out of play off of Red River. Highliners back in the lead by 3. It's 5-2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Samantha Hatcher back to serve it. Sends this one across as it's going to be a net foul. Point for Red River. Back within 2. 5-3 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So coming in to serve it is number 14, Lily Costello for Red River. Bounces the ball, now the righty serve. There's Hatcher. Deagle in front, setting it up. Jada Nelson goes for the kill. It's deflected in the air, but kept alive by Litzinger. And then going for the kill and getting the kill is Ava Swangstu. 1-point game. Highliners only in the lead now, 5-4. Costello will continue to serve it for Red River. Dug out by Faith Peterson. Deagle just sends it across. Punched up in the air by Litzinger, kept alive by Swangstu. And then that one's going to go out of play off of Spicer. So it's going to be a point for Valley City. Back in the lead by 2 as it's 6-4. Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Thornton on the serve. Dug out by Gaddy. There's Hyde. Swangstu tries to tip one across. Bumped in the air by Peyton Peterson. Deagle sets it up. Hatcher on the serve. Rejected in front by Swangstu. Point for Red River as it's 6-5. Highliners lead at 6-5. So Cassidy O'Halloran will step back in for Red River, and she will serve it up. Bounces the ball a couple of times. Here's the righty serve. The low serve, but dug out by Deagle. Peyton Peterson. Jada Nelson deflected, kept alive by O'Halloran. Here's Hyde setting it up. And Litzinger was rejected in front by, looks like Peyton Peterson. O'Halloran just sends that one across the gym, out of play. 7-5. Highliners in the lead, back by 2 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So back to serve this one up is number 1, Jada Nelson, lefty server. Number 1 on the serve. That's going to be a net foul, point for Valley City. Back in the lead by 3 again in this one, 8-5. They lead it. So Jada Nelson will continue to serve for Valley City. Number 1 on the serve. Nice diving attempt to keep it alive by O'Halloran. Gaddy just backhanded, bumps that one across. Deagle in front. Peyton Peterson on the kill, but it's kept alive by Gaddy. Back over to Valley City. Deagle sets it up. Peyton Peterson this time goes for the kill, and this time she'll get it. 9-5 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. The businessman special. 9-5. Highliner lead. Highliners will continue to serve. That's Jada Nelson. Highliners won the first set 25-15, won the second set 25-19. Nelson finally gets the ball back to her. Bounces the ball a couple of times, spins it, and now serves it. Dug out by Costello, and it's kept alive by Swangstu after it goes into the net, but then it falls to the ground. Point for Valley City. They hit double digits first here in set number 3. Double the lead. 10-5 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Nelson on the serve. Dug out by O'Halloran. Hyde sends it backwards. Swangstu just instinctively punches that one across. Deagle for Peyton Peterson. Hit by Hyde as then Costello went for it. He tripped on the floor. That one falls in. Highliners get the point. It's 11-5 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Highliners looking to sweep the sets here tonight. Would be their second consecutive match to do that. Nelson on the serve. Dug out by O'Halloran. Hyde in front, just sends it across. Peterson hits it in the air for Deagle. And then Faith Peterson goes and sends it back over. Net foul, point, Valley City. Now a 7-point lead, 12-5 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Jada Nelson bounces the ball a couple times. The lefty server will continue to serve. And here it is. O'Halloran digs it out. Swangstu. Back to O'Halloran, who just bumps it across. Nelson to Deagle for Faith Peterson, who goes for the kill, but O'Halloran just hits it high in the sky and then walks away. Litzinger sends it back over, and that's going to be a point for Red River as they cut the deficit to 6. 12-6. Highliner lead as Red River gets the ball ready to serve it. So Ava Swangstu back to serve this one up for Red River. Here's the serve. into the net. Point for the Highliners. Swangstu a little frustrated on that one as she checks out. And coming back into the game is Hope Gaddy. Highliners back in the lead by 7. It's 13-6 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Rachel Byerly will come in for Faith Peterson. Byerly on the serve. Dug out by O'Halloran. Hyde. Litzinger. That one's going to deflect off Deagle, out of play. Point Red River. It's actually hysterical watching their coach, Heather Chapman, jump around over there every time her team gets a point, celebrating. I wish when I was playing sports, my coaches were that energetic. Looks like a lot of fun over there. Hyde on the serve. Dug out and hit out of play by Jada Nelson, just like that. 2 quick points. For Red River, it was a 7-point ball game. Now it's only 5, 13-8. Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Hyde will continue to serve. Sends it over. There's Thornton. Deagle rushes over. Bumps it for Hatcher, who tries to send one across. She does, but it's dug out there. And then Rydell hits it back across. Nelson for Deagle. Peterson goes for the kill, and she'll get it. Peyton Peterson gets the point for Valley City. Back in the lead by 6. It's 14-8 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. And now Peyton Peterson will serve this one up. Here's the serve. And that's a low serve. Nice job by Peyton Peterson. As there's a good effort by Hope Gaddy to try to keep it alive. She could not. Just a little too short. Highliners back in the lead by 7, 15-8. Peterson on the serve. This time it's a line drive serve right to Gaddy. Sets it up for Hyde. And then Litzinger goes for the kill. Kept alive by Byerly to Deagle. Peyton Peterson slaps it across. O'Halloran's there for Hyde. Litzinger sends it over. Deagle in front just sends it back across. 2 players collide, but kept alive by Towers of Red River. Litzinger off the deflection off of Quilvang. That one's going to go out of play. It's going to be a point. Oh, no, they're going to say it's going to be a point for the Highliners. So I thought that one hit off Quilvang, but I guess not. 16-8, Highliners double their lead. Peterson on the serve. Gaddy. Litzinger. Towers. Dug out there by Byerly. And then Hatcher bumps it across. Kept alive by Red River. And going for the kill was Litzinger, but a nice job by Quilvang in front on the rejection. Back over to Valley City side. Deagle tries to tip one across, and she will. As Towers tried to dive and keep it alive for Red River, but she hit it into the netting and then onto the ground. Can't do that. Point for Valley City. Up by quite a bit here as it's 17-8 in this third set. Timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Highliner Volleyball right here on KOVC.
Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy, has always been a supporter of many Valley City events and organizations. During the month of October, they'll donate $1 for every yard of fabric sold to the St. Kate's fundraiser. The flu and cold season is here again. For all your healthcare needs and prescriptions, see your trusted healthcare resource, Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy, downtown Valley City. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
That timeout on the court brought to you by Mobility Plus Rehabilitation. Highliners with the 17-8 lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. So the Highliners won the first 2 sets, 25-15. Won the second one, 25-19. Looking to sweep this one here this evening. They swept over Devil's Lake on Tuesday. So Peyton Peterson on the serve, right to left. Dug out there by Litzinger. There's Hyde setting it up. Litzinger goes for the kill, rejected in front by Quilvang once again. She gets the point for the Highliners. 10-point lead for Valley City. 18-8 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. So Peyton Peterson will continue to serve it. Right to left. Number 4 on the serve. Gaddy hits it in the air. Rydell right over to Valley City's end. Deagle for Hatcher. Dug out by O'Halloran. And then that one's hit into the net, and then Rydell hits it backwards. And then it's going to be a net foul point for Valley City. Up by 11. It's 19-8 on the LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. On the serve, dug out there by Litzinger. Great effort. Here's Towers. Dug out and hit out of play by Peyton Peterson. So it's going to be a 10-point deficit now for Red River as they get the ball back to serve it. 19-9 Highliner lead on the Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Litzinger on the serve. Dug out by Byerly. Deagle in front, sets it up. Quilvang tried to punch one over, but she punched it into the netting. Now a 9-point ball game as it's now 19-10 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Hannah Litzinger, number 25 for Red River on the serve. Sends it across. There's Nelson. Deagle in front, sets it up. Hatcher tries to drop it over, tips off the top of the net, and it's going to fall off of a Red River player and onto the ground. Valley City doubles the lead, up by 10, 20-10 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Deagle on the serve. Dug out there by Gaddy. Here's Hyde. Towers goes for the kill. She'll get it. As once again, it's a 9-point ball game. Highliners with a 20-11 lead here on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. As Hope Gaddy will go back to serve this one up for Red River. So the Highliners here on senior night looking to sweep this matchup and get ready to take on West Fargo on Tuesday night in their final regular season game. So this one's dug out as Quilvang tries to send one over. She will. Nice job by Deagle to Quilvang to the hardwood. Point for Valley City, back in the lead by 21-11 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. So Gaddy thought she was going to be serving. She didn't know that Highliners got the point. Samantha Hatcher takes her turn to serve it. Number 6 bounces the ball a couple of times. Now the righty serve. Dug out there by Litzinger. There's Hyde. Towers rejected in front by Quilvang. Out of play off of Gaddy. Valley City up by 11. It's now 22-11 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Hatcher goes back to serve for Valley City. Bounces the ball a couple of times. And on the serve, hit in the air by Spicer. Spicer back across. Hit up in the air by Hatcher. Here's Thornton. Faith Peterson hit a little short of the net. So it's going to be a point for the Rough Riders as they're back within 10, 22-12 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Lily Costello will go back to serve it for the Rough Riders. She does. Dug out there by Thornton. Quilvang for Faith Peterson. Hit in the air by Litzinger towards her bench, but it's kept alive by Gaddy. And then it's sent back over to Valley City side. Quilvang tries to drop one in, and she will. Nice job, Addie Quilvang, once again for the point. 23-12, Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Abby Thornton to serve it for the Highliners, leading 23-12 here in this third set. Here's the serve. Costello for Hyde. Spicer goes for the kill, but it's kept alive by Thornton. Deagle setting this one up. And Nelson goes for the kill, kept alive by Swangstu, out of play. Point for Valley City. Match point coming up as they're in the lead 24-12 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. The home crowd here can feel it on senior night. Abby Thornton on the serve, right to left. Dug out by Gaddy. Here's Hyde. Sets it up. Swangstu off the deflection, kept alive by Deagle. Here's Nelson, rejected in front. Nelson pumps it in the air. Deagle sends it back across. Gaddy hits it as she goes out of bounds, but it's still in play. Litzinger goes for the kill. Thornton deflects it out of play. Point for Red River. Back within 11. 24-13, Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Cassidy O'Halloran back into the game to serve it, left to right. Number 1 on the serve. Dug out there by Thornton on the diving attempt. Deagle tried to keep it alive, and she does. And then Jovi Borg sends it back across. Swangstu just drops one in, a la like a slam dunk, onto the hardwood. 24-14 now, Highliners with the lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. O'Halloran on the serve. Dug out by Thornton. Deagle is there. Thornton goes for the kill, rejected in front by Swangstu. So Red River not going away quietly here this evening. It's now 24-15 Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. On the serve, there's Thornton. Deagle in front, sets it up. Nelson goes for the kill, and it's going to be a net foul on Valley City. Point for Red River. 24-16. Highliner lead on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. O'Halloran on the serve. Deagle in front, sets up. Peterson for the kill, and just like that, the senior ends this matchup for Valley City. They sweep it here tonight against Red River on senior night. We'll step away for a quick timeout, and when we come back, it's the post-game show right here on KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
The keys to the game are brought to you by RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown. Just as the keys to today's game offer growth, success, and opportunity for the future, so do the keys to your new property. Whether you're looking for the keys to your starter home, the keys to home where you raise your family, the keys to your business, or the keys to your lake home or retirement property, for every step of the way, RE/MAX Now of Valley City and Jamestown are here for you. Check out our website, findrealtynow.com, for pictures and virtual tours.
The Highliners sweep away Red River Rough Riders here this evening from the Highliner Activity Center. They win it in 3 sets, 25-15, 25-19, and then 25-16. Anthony Verasso with you right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in here this evening. Valley City, for the second consecutive matchup, they sweep away for the win. That is going to be big as tournament time just around the corner. So for the Highliners here on senior night, again, want to give a shout-out to the 3 seniors that were honored here before the game. Rachel Byerly, Peyton Peterson, who just ended that 3rd set, and Dylan Deagle. Congratulations to the seniors. For the Highliners, one more game for the regular season. That's going to be Tuesday night on the road to take on West Fargo, and you can catch the call of that one right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening here this evening right here on KOVC. I'm Anthony Verasso. I'll give you the final scores for the final time. In the 3 sets, Valley City winning it all 3 sets, 25-15, 25-19, and 25-16. Again, thank you, everybody, for listening, and have a great rest of your Thursday night.